The TikTok DoorDash girl situation is insane.
A few days ago, a TikToker named IRL Monster Highdoll posted a video of her walking up to a house to deliver a DoorDash order and filming the inside, which had a man on his couch, either asleep or pretending to be asleep, with just a hoodie on, no pants, no underwear, cock and balls flapping in the wind. Like I said, she posted this video onto TikTok. It obviously got a lot of traction, and it resulted in her being fired from DoorDash and people being split right down the middle.
I mean,
I'm not
surprised you got fired. You recorded a nigga with his meat out in his house. You know how crazy that is?
The background, I'm gonna.
Now it's different if he was looking at you, dude. If he was looking at you, when you were walking up and he was like this, shaking this shit. Okay, cool. But that's a valid crash out. But cocoa balls flapping, if the nigga's just chilling like this, sleeping or whatever. Okay, but I want to know, why is he butt ass naked? Like, he has a hoodie on, but his flipping trousers are all the way down like this. Like, shit, man, come on, man.
Now, in the background, I'm gonna play the video that started all this, or supposedly the second video that started all this. Now, this is kind of where what I used to introduce this video comes into play. If you go onto Twitter, if you go onto Reddit, if you go onto TikTok, and you look up DoorDash girl, you will see.
Okay,
if you go onto Twitter, if you go,
this isn't the original video. It's the one she posted after she deleted the full version when she was getting dragged for pushing the door open. She posted the second version, making it look like it was like the door was like that. So she basically set up the whole scenario.
Under Reddit, if you go onto TikTok and you look up DoorDash girl, you will see.
You got the cart video. The original shows her opening his screen door and opening the other door that was open, just a crack to take the video.
Genuinely fucking millions of claims that the video you're seeing in the background is not the original video. That it's somehow this second video that this girl re-uploaded and re-edited to make herself look better. If you go on to TikTok, if you go on to Twitter, if you read any of the discourse around this, you will see millions of claims that the original video was her walking up to this guy's front porch, seeing that the door was cracked open, opening it all the way, opening 2 doors even, walking into his house and filming it. And this is the basis a lot of people are using to say this girl was not assaulted, this girl's not the victim. If anything, she's the predator here. Yet somehow, even though apparently millions of people have seen this video, it does not exist anywhere on the internet. Anywhere. I have looked.
Yeah, how has no one saved the video?
For hours, because when I heard about this situation, this is how it was introduced to me. I was like, how is this girl playing the victim? She walked into a person's house and they happen to be naked. But after looking into it, this video does not exist anywhere because the video does not exist. Period. If you disagree with me, if you think it does exist, find it. If you send it to me, I'll give you $1,000. If you can find this.
Shit, excuse me, I'm gonna cash in on that money real quick. Let's find that video, chat.
Make-believe video of this woman walking up to this guy's house, opening his screen door, opening his main door, walking inside of his house, filming him, and then leaving. I'll give you $1,000. Any way you want, just not on Cash App because for some reason they banned me. But I just cannot believe the discourse I'm seeing surrounding this situation. It genuinely blows my mind. I think this is a bit of a situation where nobody is really fully in the right, but for people to be painting this girl as like the perpetrator or the wrongdoer is just wacky. Because if you actually look at what we have, if you ignore all the people on TikTok and Twitter that are just lying because that's what they're doing, all the quote evidence they're presenting is just fake, and I'll show you that here in a minute. But if you look at this situation through the eyes of a real human being and not a person who's had their brain melted by Twitter, this is a pretty damn black and white situation. What we have right now is a video of this man's door being wide open when he knew he was expecting a DoorDash delivery. He also happened to quote fall asleep on the one piece of furniture that's visible from the door. The only clothes that he wasn't wearing were the ones that would expose his dick and balls. He had his face covered up by his arm. He was sleeping in pretty much like the only position that really exposes your penis, you know, on your back, legs spread. Yet somehow people are convincing themselves.
How else do you sleep on the couch? Do you sleep on your back? That makes sense. You don't lie on, I lie on my stomach sometimes. You don't lie on your side when you sleep on the couch.
Without claiming that this make-believe first video exists, that it is not only plausible, but it's somehow normal behavior that this guy went out of his way to order food to his house, opened his door.
I ain't never ordered food and just been butt naked in my yard, bro. No, hell no. I don't know. See, that's a great area, bro. I don't know what he's doing. Why is a man butt naked when he's expecting food?
Couch, dropped his pants to his ankles, and then fell asleep. I honestly think if this guy was butt naked, maybe the people trying to defend him would have a better argument. But no, this guy was on his couch with his pants around his ankles, which I feel like shows a lot of intent. You know, it's one thing to walk around your own house naked. It's another thing to leave your door wide open and in view of the door, drop your pants to your ankles. I mean, seriously, I just don't get how anybody's seeing this as anything other than an intentional act. This guy wanted this woman to see his dick. People being weird and sexual to their delivery drivers is nothing new. I mean, do you really think it's more likely than a man just deciding to be a creep, that a young woman, and not to sound like I'm fucking Andrew Tate here, but like a young modern woman would walk up to a house that presumably she thinks a man lives inside of and take it upon herself to walk inside, open multiple doors just because the front door was a little cracked? I mean, holy shit, if you believe that, like, have you even ever talked to a woman? And I'm not even saying that as a
but to be fair, would someone really, for a door that's ordered, they knock on the door. They don't just open up doors and shit saying, oh, your food is here. Imagine someone did that in your house. Start opening up your doors. Nah.
joke.
Even
like,
if it's my delivery driver, why are you opening my door?
Seriously, if you cannot fathom that it's more likely that a man's just being a weirdo than it is that a young woman would take it upon herself to basically break into a man's house, see that he's naked, and then whip out her phone and start filming, holy shit, that is a gold medal in mental gymnastics. Now look, don't get me wrong, I'm not here to say that everything this woman did was right. This video should have never ended up on TikTok. That is a non-negotiable. I think there is a really big issue that people have these days where they want to go to social media first before like any other form of report, like before going to the police, before going to DoorDash. They're like, okay, let me make sure that TikTok sees this shit, and that is a real big issue, but that doesn't mean that this woman is still not the victim of something. She called it sexual assault. Is it sexual assault by definition? No, it's not. I think a lot of people are using that term against her, which I don't think is all that fair. Her using the wrong term or like a more extreme term does not like immediately invalidate the fact that a crime was committed against her. A lot of people want to say like, oh, well, he was in his own home. That doesn't fucking matter at all. You can't invite somebody to your front door and be butt naked and be like, oh, well, I was in my own home, that's on them. No, it's not. That's like putting up a sign saying trick-or-treaters are welcome on Halloween night and opening your door naked. Intent matters. You cannot invite somebody to your front door, which having somebody deliver food to your front door is definitely doing, and then leave your door wide open with their dick out. At that point, it does not matter where you are. But all that is really like an argument against people who think that it went down the way this lady is saying it did. And if you believe her story, yet you still think
Yo,
she
chat,
was
who
in
you
the
guys believe? What do you think makes the most sense? Because man's a bit conflicted, bro. I don't know if he's the one that's at fault. Actually, no, he's definitely at fault to some degree. No, because please explain. Why would you be... I don't believe the girl? No, but listen. Deep it. What do you mean this nigga had a dream? What's this guy talking about? Why is a man in his house, butt naked, trousers, joggers, whatever to his ankles, expecting food, door wide open? That doesn't make sense. Why? Bro was plotting. He was trying to get his Houdini out, bro. And then for the girl, it's like, and it wasn't wide open. Yeah, apparently she just opened it. I don't know. But on the other hand, she could have just opened the door, and then she seen this guy meet out like this. She's like, oh. And then she felt the need to record it for her own safety to say, oh, this guy set me up. He was trying to do something mad. But I don't know though. It's a bit booky. The guy a bit weird, but I didn't think it was intentional for her to see. But come on now, this guy's butt naked on the couch. But if she is opening the door, that's on her.
I did nothing bad. I don't even know what to say to you. Like, yes, there are criticisms to be made on both sides here, but the guy who whipped...
Yeah, but all in all, I think both sides could have done better. Like, both sides have some faults. Maybe some more than others, you know what I'm saying?
Out his dick to try to get a girl to see his penis when she delivered his food is definitely the one who deserves more of it. If you can't rationalize that, then you might just be a lost cause. Probably not as big of a lost cause as the people spreading this bullshit about how there was this like secret first video are though. Like I said earlier,
get back for Lil Senate.
I said get back for Lil Senate.
Because it's just insane. If you've been following this or looking into this, you've probably seen a screenshot that looks like this, which a lot of people are using as quote,
what the hell is this? This just looks like a black void. No, this actually looks scary.
evidence to show, look, the door was just cracked, she had to have pushed it open. If you look at this screenshot and that is the conclusion you come to, I'm sorry to tell you this, I don't like using this word, but you're stupid. You're a dumbass. You can literally see on the left the clean line that cuts this caption off, because this is just a cropped picture. A cropped picture made to look like the door was cracked when it wasn't. Why is the caption cropped if this is from an original video? Why is the caption cropped if this is just a normal screenshot?
But when I saw the office get raided, I thought, no source, yo, this shit might be real.
Not. It's edited. The door was never cracked, and there's no evidence of the door ever being cracked. There's no evidence of the door being anything but wide open. There's also this story circulating that this guy has provided Ring doorbell footage to the police that shows that this girl opened the door. Yeah, where is there a Ring doorbell in this frame? Can you find me a Ring doorbell anywhere on this property? I've seen dozens of comments saying this guy was just drunk. How the fuck do you know that? Who is this guy? What's his name? How do you know anything about his situation? Again, if you can find me any of this evidence, if you can find me the original video of her pushing open the door, if you can find me this Ring doorbell footage that's been provided to the police that you somehow know about, if you can find a video of this guy saying, this is me, I can prove it, look, I was so drunk, this was a huge mistake, I will give you $1,000. But my wallet will be safe because it does not exist, and you are making shit up. Never in my entire life have I ever seen anything on social media balloon into something like this, where you have millions of people just lying to lie. Lying just to try and
niggas are just lying just for the love of the game. What's the point of lying to people online?
Somebody for what? Is it just spite? Do you just hate women? Do you just not think stuff like this happens? The fact that people are sitting here trying to convince themselves that these make-believe things happen that they have not seen with their own eyes, because I know they haven't, because these videos don't exist. Otherwise, somebody would have one of them, and just ignoring all the videos we do have is insane. Like, look, don't get me wrong, I understand that we are living in a time where people do lie about stuff like this. That does happen, and that obviously is a huge problem, but I would argue that a bigger problem we have these days is not that people want to be a victim or lie about being a victim. It's that people hear about somebody becoming a victim or being a victim, and their first instinct is to do everything they possibly can to try and disprove that. Going as far as making shit up just to make it sound like it didn't happen. I mean, seriously, go on to TikTok, go on to Twitter, go on to Reddit, read the comments about this, and you will feel like you're losing your fucking mind. All these people, these millions of fucking people who've apparently seen these videos, they've seen this girl saying, I opened the door as wide as I could and I walked in there, I stood over him.
I wonder who made up the fake thing saying, oh, I opened the door. Because if I don't, bro, please show me a video of her opening the door. If she does that, then cool. Guilty.
Trying to get a close-up of his nose hairs. And they're like, okay, do you have that clip? And they're like, no, it got taken down. It doesn't exist anymore. Every single other clip involving this exists. All the ones that make this girl look like the victim exist, but no, all the other ones, they're gone. They've been wiped off the internet somehow, even though millions of people saw them. And presumably thousands of people would have saved them or downloaded them, because that's like what you do, right? In today's outraged culture, if you see a video of a DoorDasher walking into a person's house, filming them naked, and then playing the victim, that video is getting saved by every other person who sees it. Saying anything else is complete fucking bullshit. So this idea that they're just all gone, they've all been wiped off the internet, they'll never be recovered, it's like, holy fucking shit, do you hear yourself? You might ask me, August, do you hear yourself? You sound kind of heated, and yeah, I kind of am. I'm tired of people being so fucking unbelievably stupid. It's time.
Loki, what would you do if this happened to you though? What if like I ordered something and I was just, okay, let's say I was butt naked in my house, my front door was wide open. Let's say my front door was cracked open. No, like you're the DoorDasher and I just see a man butt naked. Broski, first of all, I'm not opening the door to another man's house to try to give him food. Before I do that, I'm leaving it on the front step. I'd say most I'm doing knocking on the door a few times. If he doesn't answer, I'll even record the video of me knocking on the door. I'll be like, see, no one's answering. I'm gonna leave the food right here and go back to my car, record that and go away, do my next order. To like show proof that they delivered it. The door's wide open and I see, yeah, no, if I see that, if I walk in, I see his door wide open, me out like this, I'm putting that food down and I'm leaving. I'll be like, your food's here.
Media illiteracy is at an all-time low. I could have went to a furniture store and bought a gray couch and been like, guys, you won't believe it. That was me in that TikTok. I had a really long day at work that day. I got into the bottle a little bit too heavily and I just passed out. I like to sleep with my pants around my ankles, don't ask. And you know what? That order wasn't even for me. It was for my neighbor, and she looked into my door, she kicked it open, she fucking battering rammed it down because she could sense my dick was out. God forbid a man like to sleep sleep with the door cracked so he can feel the wind tickle his balls.
The
And she used that as an
chunkalines.
excuse to violate me. Put on a few fake tears, I could have convinced millions of you idiots that I was actually that guy, and you would have believed it with no proof. And I'm sick and tired of it. People are too fucking stupid to be allowed on the internet these days. Again, should this video have ended up on the internet? Absolutely not.
No.
Never. She should have taken this straight to the
Recording
police. This is
the
not
nigga
something
button
that should have ended up
camera.
on TikTok. And for that, this girl deserved to be
Who
fired
sleeps
from
butt
DoorDash.
naked? No, who sleeps with a hoodie and then flipping trousers to the ankles? That's the main problem. If he was butt naked fairs, I'll give him that. You know what? He had some intentions, bro. Or he was just bashing. I don't know. He was bashing or had some intentions. Cause you don't sleep with your trousers to your ankles, hoodie on, meat out. That don't make sense. Some people sleep naked though. No one sleeps, bro. Let me show you an accurate representation. No one sleeps like this. Who sleeps like that? Please tell me. Please. Lucid dream is the only option? Yeah, I doubt the lucid dream will make him pull his glizzy out. He was too tired to begin, man. I don't know. Nigga might have just passed out like this. I'm tired. Or just geeked. Maybe he was fried out of his mind.